Okay, so this is my final for HPED 343. My name is Rachel Greshner. My first lesson is for 5th grade on cooperative skills. So I have 3 objectives for this lesson, and it's students will continue to develop cardiovascular endurance through participation in fast-paced cooperative games that raise their heart rate to their target. Students will continue to do respect for others by recognizing differences and providing support for classmates. So if we have a student who's maybe not excelling as much as they probably should be, that each student recognizes that and helps them get better and encourages them along. Students will continue to use and enhance basic locomotive, non-locomotory, and manipulative skills in the execution of more complex skills. So as the skills we learn are getting harder and harder, they are still able to go back to their basics and do those kind of movements. Equipment required for this lesson are scooters, mats, objects for an obstacle course, and blindfolds. When students come in, they're going to start running right away and do a couple laps, and then we're going to play a freeze tag game. So it's welcome students, play freeze tag. We're going to come when the music stops. We're going to sit down. We're going to go over our agenda for the day. Then we're going to play a running game. So students will be split into 2 teams. Each team member will need to get all flags from one end of the gym to the other. So it's basically just capture the flag in a running. Player 1 will run and grab the flag, come back, and take player 2. Player 2 will then go get the next flag. So it's like that. So it's encouraging your team members to keep going. Even if you are behind, it's okay to keep going. After that, we are going to go into our main lesson focus, which is students are going to partner up. One student will be blindfolded while the other student gives directions. Each pair of students will need to complete an obstacle course by listening to their partner. So I will personally pair the students, give one person the blindfold, and then we are going to have to talk our partner through the obstacle course, under something, over something, through a tunnel, that kind of stuff. And it's making sure we're using our listening skills to really listen and have confidence and trust in our partner. So they're going to do it, one partner is going to go through listening, and then we're going to switch blindfolds and we're going to do it again. The end of our game, the end of the lesson, is we're going to play the Scooter Ships game. Now this is a game I found online that I thought was pretty cool. So the Scooter Ships are built by putting 2 scooter boards underneath a folded mat. Each ship has a team of 3 to 5 students. Older students can build their own ship. By doing such, they will learn the best placement for the scooter boards to provide optimum rolling and balancing their ship. So are we going to put them closer together to help the mat? Are we going to put them further apart to help the mat? So as they're older, so this is for 5th grade, so that's what I would choose to do. Before the activity begins, or during breaks in the activity, remind students of the components of teamwork, so really working together and putting our brains together to see how we're going to complete the game. 2 students are riding the ship and 2 are steering. Their job is to drive all over the ocean, which is the gym, while the music is playing, without coming into contact with any other ship or objects. They may not touch another ship or the walls or anything on the floor. When you stop the music, have the drivers and the riders switch places. During the activity, the riders could be assigned an upper body movement exercise to perform to the music. So are they going to move the scooter by going with their arms? Are they going to kick their legs and move it with their legs? Are they going to do one arm? Like one friend has to do it with the right arm and the other friend has to do it with the left arm, and see if they can go together and move the scooters. If they do touch another ship, the team loses and one of their scooter boards is removed. The teacher removes this. The students do not do this part. Quickly learn that when one scooter board is not as easily or as fun as 2. If the team has another incident, they lose their scooter board. Pushing a mat along the floor without wheels is quite difficult. So this is really starting to pull their muscles and getting their muscles moving. After so long, then when the music stops, they're going to restart and they'll get their scooter boards back. When the class becomes skilled at avoiding each other, challenges can be added, such as additional obstacles on the gym floor. Students can also be challenged to see how many obstacles can circumnavigate or how they can continue without losing a scooter. Just about any piece of equipment you have can be used for this obstacle. For additional difficulty, some obstacles can move, i.e. rolling playground balls. So you'll see as I'll submit this lesson plan of the link I found for this game. It was a pretty cool website that had a lot of different games for older students, which I have been finding very hard this semester. My second lesson is for kindergarten. This is more of a fitness routine, just working on learning how to be healthy and fit and those just basic locomotive movements. So the objectives for this lesson are: students will continue to develop a fitness skill through participating in activities. Students will continue to develop respect for other students by recognizing differences and providing support for classmates. Students will continue to enhance basic locomotor, non-locomotory, and manipulative skills in execution of more complex skills. So this is the lesson 1 of 5. Every day we're going to come and the skills are going to get harder and harder for them. Now, harder for a kindergartner is probably very simple and very easy for a 5th grader, but they're kindergarten, so they're little. When they come in, they're going to do 1 lap, and then they're going to come to the circle. We're going to welcome students to the class, go over the agenda for the day while they're stretching. Stretches include arm stretching, so the over the head arm stretching, lunges with their legs, butterflies, bringing one in, bringing a triangle with your leg and stretching your legs out. So they're going to do that while I talk to them about their day. The next thing is their walk, trot, and jog activity, which is, so you move to the following signals. So if you hear 1 drum beat, you walk. When you hear 2 drum beats, you trot. And when you hear 3 drum beats, you jog. And then you whistle for freeze and you perform an exercise. So they're going to hear 1 drum beat, they're going to start walking. They're going to hear 2, and they're going to start trotting. Then they'll hear 3, and they'll start jogging. And then when I blow my whistle, they're going to stop, and they're going to do an exercise, whether it's jumping jacks, or a sit-up, or push-ups, or knee jumps, or anything like that for them. So we're going to play that for about probably 7 to 10 minutes. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go walking. So we're going to walk around the school and the playground. So we're going to start in the gym. We're going to do a big lap around the school, and we're going to do a big lap around the playground outside. So they're going to be learning about walking and how beneficial it is to fitness. Walking is easy, any way to start out the younger students. Starting off with running 6 laps is probably not ideal for a kindergartner. So we're going to start with walking and build up from that. Once we're done with our walk, we're going to come back in. We're going to play 4 corners. So students will move around the perimeter of the rectangle. Each time they pass a corner, they change their movement pattern. Along long sides, students do rapid movements such as running, skipping, or sliding. On the short side, students hop, jump, or do animal walks. Test students vary clockwise and counterclockwise directional. On signal, students stop and perform flexibility and strength development challenges in place. So that is the end of this lesson for kindergartners.